Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, well,
Take it.
Can we hold a meeting?
Sure. We have a committee, we can have a committee meeting because you don't necessarily need a quorum for a committee
Okay,
unless you
okay.
were spending money or something of that nature.
well,
Aren't we always spending money?
Well, yes and
we'll
no.
make this quick.
We got Steve here, we got Monica Heigl here, we got uh, Michael Dorr. So that's almost a quorum. We don't have, well, let's see, Gus Miller came on last month, and Colin Smith
Dan,
and Dan, what's Dan's last name?
starts with a D.
Okay, DD. So we got half a quorum,
We're half a quorum.
And Tom
Well-
Couilliard's on it, right?
and Tom Couillard. So,
Yeah.
that's the 7, but we'll get you their
You're
names.
talking about
Chris.
DiStefano,
Stefano.
Yeah.
George Fisher,
George Fisher
Ooh.
and Debbie Harder.
and Debbie Harder.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened today.
All right, well, we'll make this quick and easy. Just confirmation of proper notice.
Notice posted.
Do you
on
want
the-
to do roll call?
I did.
That's next. Yeah, we did roll call.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I don't remember saying I was here.
Oh, no, I noted that you were here.
Okay,
Monica is here. Approval of the minutes.
I'll approve them.
I guess, you want a second?
Michael?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you very much. Duly noted. Anybody opposed? No. See now, okay, we're good. Gonna be
I'll
a
put
good
on a hat and say no.
Yeah.
You
review.
know,
and
can we
approve.
read this over before we
Yeah.
actually approve them?
Absolutely.
That's what we're
Okay.
supposed to do. That's the
And
next.
we can just read them over for discussion purposes and even wait till the next meeting to
I think
approve
so,
them if
yeah.
you're comfortable.
Does Michael have a set?
Michael, you got a copy, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I didn't get anything.
Ooh.
If you could email it to me right now.
Yeah. Maggie? We'll send it to you right now. You didn't get anything.
I got nothing.
Can you send this to Michael Dorr, please? These 3 pages, the agenda and the minutes. Coming right to you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Maggie.
Dan couldn't make it today. He's out. They're out in the water.
Oh, did he just email you?
All right, we'll wait for Michael to get that.
Let me make a small report while we're doing that
Okay,
then, if
very
that's
good.
okay. As you know, we have not had John Mercer with us for almost 2 months now.
Yeah.
And so we've been doing in-house work with other people. We're still trying to find somebody, but we have brought Howell Construction on board to do the slabs. Now, I mean, they have been doing dramatic work. They've brought a crew of 2, sometimes 3 people. They're it was taking us a week to 7 to 10 days per slab. They're not quite doing as much work, but they're doing it in less than a day per slab. And the good thing about it is that they're doing a really good job, excellent, and have reduced our prices to almost a fifth of what we were paying when we first started this.
Yeah.
So it's been very beneficial. They've done something like 17 of them since the 1st of January. But they're coming back starting next week, next Wednesday. They didn't do the scuppers when they did the go through because they had to order the materials. All the materials are in. But the good news is we have a couple other issues, 3 as a matter of fact, 2 where owners need windows to be taken out so we can replace structural posts. And the window people are so backed up. Radon, that has done the preponderance of work here, says they'll be happy to do anything starting in May. Bradenton Window was late April, but Howell's on site and said, hey, we can jump on this and take those windows out for the people right away. And at a reasonable cost to the owners, because it's owner responsibility to take the windows out.
Right.
So
I
we're
got
going-
one to add to that list.
Okay, yours?
No, upstairs from me. What is that, 237?
Yeah,
I've had problems with that window forever. Flooding, water coming in. If the seal is broken on it, you can go up and look at it. And,
okay. We'll take a
Jim
look
came
at it.
out, Jim Sell came out the last time and there was a big caulk gap or a big gap under that and he caulked it. And we haven't had any rain since, so I don't know if it's working or not.
I will talk to Jim and we'll take a look at it. Okay, Michael?
Yeah,
One caveat, John, and that is that Frank was putting windows in and the Manatee permitting people have kept them off. They haven't done it for like 6 or 8 weeks to
Yeah,
get the permits.
yeah, permits are running really low, or really
Yeah.
hard to get.
Yeah.
And I would imagine, I don't know, because, we don't pay for windows being put in, that a lot of them must be getting done without permits, which I wouldn't advise
Oh,
because I don't know what the warranty is.
yeah.
But it
Well,
wouldn't-
the window company wouldn't do it without a permit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't, yeah.
Yeah, so that's true. And, because the people are putting in impact windows, so you don't want to mess with the warranty.
No.
Right.
But there was.
I got the information.
Okay.
Okay, all right. He's got the
Oh,
information.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, what we're gonna do is go through this checklist, just review it, fix what mistakes we run into, because I already saw one.
For the edification, though, this is a reduction from about 8 pages.
Yeah.
So.
And there may be some things we need to add too, so.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go down to the 3 weeks prior. Make an appointment to have your air conditioning serviced. It says in here this should be done once a year, but technically you really should have your air conditioning done twice a year.
Well, we can make that change.
So,
Well, you make it there. No, I'll
Yeah.
copy from you.
so I suggested we change that to twice.
Yeah,
All right, have the air conditioning serviced by a person, calibrate the humidistat if they have it, yes. That's good. Review your homeowner's insurance policy and update. That's a good one.
that's
Determine
good.
what. You got something?
Yeah,
Determine what method you will use to control the relative humidity inside of your place to control fungal growth.
that's a good one.
Yep.
We had a bad experience once. I don't know what happened. We have a Nest, excuse me, we have a Nest thermostat. And for some reason, it didn't work. And when we got back, there was white mildew all over everything, throwing out leather goods and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's why you also need somebody to be checking that knows what they're
Uh-huh.
checking.
Right,
And
That helps with the damp rid in there. too.
yeah, the damper, and that's down the next section, I think. Yeah.
yeah,
Seek a trusted professional. There it goes, right there, to act on your behalf, to check your unit. And it just needs to be. It can't be just a neighbor. It needs to be somebody who knows what to look for. We just had one in Springdale who had a neighbor looking at their place regularly, and they didn't see it, but got into the furniture, and they just had professional mildew people in there redoing the whole place, 301.
Mhm.
And that was Cheryl was the one who was watching it. So she felt really, really bad that she didn't catch it, but she's not a professional. So that's something you gotta be careful with. Arrange to close the shutters. I don't know if that needs to be 3 weeks out, but maybe check them.
Arrange to close, maybe really should read, inspect to,
Yeah,
for operational purposes or whatever.
Yeah.
inspect foreclosure.
And make sure that Kermit stays there.
Yeah.
But I have a problem for over a year now. Who lives in my bathroom window?
Yeah.
He comes and goes.
You got that now. All
I,
right, anything else you think we need in that 3 weeks out? Okay, 2 weeks prior to leaving. Purchase timers for lamps, radios, and other appliances. That's a good idea. Arrange for forwarding mail. Arrange for cancellation of newspaper and magazines. Yep. Run the air conditioner on the humidistat settings to test the reliability. That's a good idea.
Well, you know what, the forwarding mail, they only do it for 30 days. So if you do it 2 weeks out. Yeah.
No, you can go online and you can set the forwarding for several months.
I have done it. And they said it has to be done every 30 days.
They can do
Yeah.
that if they'll find out.
Yeah.
Do it online.
I do everything online, Chris.
Well, I've forwarded for 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they say you need to go back in.
I never have.
Oh, okay.
All right, purchase, what, desiccants?
yeah, dampered.
Dampered, yeah, there you go. Leave batteries, that's a good thing for smoke detectors and water detectors, yeah.
That's for the professional.
Yeah. But yeah, the dampered, should purchase a bunch of that and leave it for whoever's watching your place.
Is that like a box, a small box?
Yeah, it's like a cup or not a bowl, but I mean, they even have it in bags, and it's surprising. It's like you could sell water to the Arabs. I mean, you
Yeah.
I use
it's
it
like an
year
ice
round,
cream yeah.
even when I'm home, because my closets get a tremendous amount of humidity in there. And my shoes, pair of leather shoes, which of course I never wear, sitting there, and all of a sudden you can see the stuff getting on them. So I use damper in both closets and my storeroom all year round. And every 2 weeks I go in there and pour out, a quart of water.
Yeah, the containers like a half gallon ice cream container.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Or the half-gallon one.
You also have one on a hanger that's got the plastic bag that you can do.
Right.
It really does a great job.
Disposable ones. There you go. Chris has got it up on the screen.
Yeah, pretty reasonable.
After the experience we had, I went out and bought 2 dehumidifiers.
Well, we have that in here too, I think. I have one unit that I watch occasionally. He puts a dehumidifier right up on his kitchen counter and has it drain right to the kitchen sink.
Yep, that's what we did.
Yep. That's a real good thing to
We
do.
did have one owner that did that, but forgot to put the hose.
Oh,
You got quite a leak in the kitchen.
Oh, God.
Uh,
All right. 1 week prior, remove plants.
One more check
Check
dehumidifier.
Not the D, but the
Yeah.
humidifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I missed that. Although I was the one that brought it up earlier. Yep, check dehumidifier, not humidifier. All right, 1 week out, remove all plants, interior plants and exterior plants in pots and containers. Or if they're outside, you arrange for a neighbor to water them. Eat all the food in your cabinets, plan to give it away or discard. Anything that's perishable. Do not keep herbs such as parsley, basil. You may, however, keep spices. Yeah. That's common sense stuff. Of course, I guess we need to put common sense stuff in here. Day of departure, empty the refrigerator and freezer, if you so choose. Run a dozen ice cubes, some baking soda down the garbage disposal. That was a real good one. I do that on a regular basis. Empty the dishwasher, set timers on lights, drain or done that. You don't have to drain your hot water tank unless you want to, but at least turn off the power to it. Strip beddings, that's good. Cover drains with stopper or duct tape. Cover and seal toilets. Set burglar alarm. If you have it. Check the air conditioner for accurate setting, lock doors, security exterior.
Would be better to say set security system. Burglar alarm sounds a little harsh. I don't know what.
Yeah, let's do that. Set security system, if applicable. That really should be at the very end.
Yeah.
Before you lock the door.
Yeah.
Move that down.
Yeah. Before lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Florida Power website. Appliances. Day or day before. Cable and appliances unplug and turn off to avoid paying energy. Very good. Hot water heater, turn off. Small appliances, electronics, unplug. I would suggest you unplug anything that's digital.
Well, these days you have to leave your broadband on for most of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
if
to do
you-
that if you're having the remote stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a remote-
Absolutely. It checks my thermostat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I mean, like microwave is a good idea to unplug that. I know we got hit by lightning once when my dad was living here and they lost every digital thing in the condo.
I've lost a TV already.
Yeah. Right. He lost 2 TVs, microwave, everything that was digital, even the alarm clock, a digital alarm clock was wiped out, everything. Next time I came down, I brought a whole bunch of surge arresters.
I was gonna say, I have surge protectors on
Yeah,
everything.
well, that's now. This was back in the 80s.
Yeah, but you can't always count on a surge protector.
No, but
No,
it's a
but
nice
it's
thing to
on the
have.
Now, I've had electricians tell me when there's a direct hit, there's gonna be a direct hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, small appliances, dishwasher empty, leave the door open. That's a good idea. Washing machine, leave the door open. I've been told to leave the washing machine door ajar, even when you're there.
I'll leave
When
mine-
you're not using it,
I leave
in
my
between
lid
cycles,
open.
just leave the door ajar.
Unplugged is a very important thing. We've had more than once where the relay that turns the automatic water on has
Yeah.
gone bad
Mhm.
And then
and-
the
yeah,
water
and it
turns on.
fills
yeah.
up. So I would
Yeah.
say, make sure it's unplugged.
Yeah,
at that point.
unplugged, yeah. Mhm. That's,
Which is easy to do.
yeah, unplug it too, yeah.
80 degrees, I don't know. I have mine when I leave here at 77. And my bills have not
Appreciably gone up.
really gone up. Maybe
Yeah.
$1 for the month. I think 80s, don't you think 80 is a little?
Well, I mean, if you have programmable thermostats, you can always set it to go down for like 2 hours in the morning,
Yeah.
early in the morning, where it won't take a lot to get down, and then have it 80 the rest of the day, and that will help dehumidify it. So there's a lot of different ways you can do
Yeah.
that. Or if you have the dehumidistat, you set the dehumidistat and it'll come on as needed. Just different ways of doing that. Yeah, 2 hours in the morning before sunrise. Non-programmable thermostats set it. You might want to say 78. Yeah. So control dehumidistat 58%, 10 points. Open your closet doors, definitely, but also have damp rid in the closets.
Steve, the blog post is not a hot link. And so in order for me to post this, you need to send me the link for this blog post so I can put it in the document.
Okay.
That's probably an FPNL post from what I'm looking at the paperwork
Yeah, this
here.
is in the FPL part.
Okay,
So I will find out what it is for you.
yeah.
Open closet doors. Yep, yep, yeah. Remove and secure all personal items from the courtyards before departure. That's a good one. Safety and security, smoke alarms are working, fresh batteries, turn off main water. Yeah, that, we should probably have that water back in our part too, the day of. Think, John?
I think.
Yeah,
Well, I
definitely.
think once you lock the door, go in the corner of
Lock
your
door and
courtyard.
turn water off.
Turn
Yeah.
water off, yeah. That's be on the day of departure.
Yeah.
Very good. That's just one that you just can't say enough about because phew, a water pipe goes or something, we got a real mess. Water valves to toilets.
You probably, this is since it's FPNL, I don't think anybody has an automatic fire system.
No,
I would just put a period after valve and get rid of it unless you have automatic fire sprinkler system.
yeah, we can get rid of that.
All right.
Make sure all doors and windows are locked. Yeah, keep drapes and blinds. Keep strangers from peeking in. All right, anything that you think we should add or that we haven't?
Pretty concise.
Yeah, it's pretty concise, I think.
I'm just glad I don't leave anymore.
Yeah, best I do is leave for 10 days. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's funny. We keep the thermostats at 78. I keep my thermostat at 77 just when
Oh,
we're
yeah.
We
here.
do all the time,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
You
If
wouldn't
you
live long
don't, if you don't mind, Steve,
Yes.
I'd like to run this by Lynn Corcoran, who came up with the one that we had on our website, and just, she may have some things she might want to add.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're basically just doing some amending of the, anyway. And so we'll have it for formal approval. If she brings anything in, that'll be perfect for next one.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll wait until everybody else is
Yeah.
back next time and maybe go over it real quick then, or have them go over it before they come to the meeting, and then we can.
Yeah, because people get ready to leave, for
Yeah,
the summer.
yeah, we got another month.
Yeah.
All right. Got anything on general issues?
Well, the only thing I'd like to say, just for the record, and it's something for future, is that we're working on our Achilles heels. The roof leaks we resurfaced a while back. The pipes we replaced, the slabs we're working on. I think the next big project is electrical.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say
Yeah,
electrical, yeah.
and I mean, we've got expenses hanging out there with at least 3 ground straps to replace at about $5,000 a piece. And we had to replace the entire electrical input system to 744 and 745 to tune for $7,200. So certainly for budgetary times, we're gonna have to mess around
Absolutely.
to be more realistic with building expenses for the age.
I was just gonna say buildings are getting older every year, yeah.
Yeah.
And when we do the
How many did we
electrical,
do last year?
Ground straps,
Yeah.
3.
We've got already this
We
year.
got 3 to do this
3
year
to do.
before we get into the
And we're not
year,
even-
plus this $7,000 one.
All right, well, budget, maybe we ought to look at maybe at least 7
Yeah.
or 8 next year.
Yeah.
So
We'll have to move things around, but as we do more slabs and
Yeah,
get
we-
ahead of that
yeah,
game,
yeah.
we can move some of that money into
Right.
the electric. But the electric is what I see is your next big
Oh,
Achilles heel.
absolutely.
John, I walked by, or I stopped at Terry and Jim Matthews, and they had the slab above them, they had to have a jack underneath. That must have been one of the ones where the post wasn't working.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
we-
that's another thing we're getting a lot of.
We probably had 8 real potential disasters. I mean, and those things have already been taken care of. And one, which I reported yesterday that we didn't know about till we took it apart, but the whole structure was put up with concrete nails instead of lag screws into the building. How it held, who knows?
Yeah.
Thank God that I wasn't up there every day for 20 years.
Oh,
That's why I don't go upstairs.
Those sheds can be a big liability.
sure.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're doing it. We're
fixing it.
replacing all the structures.
And all the bad ones have been done, so we really aren't
know.
really worried now.
But then you open up when you think it's going to be good, and
Yeah.
it's worse than the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had two that didn't have posts, connections to posts.
It was just sort of sitting there.
Yeah.
Committee comments. Michael, you had-
Yeah, I wanted to comment on on your procedures when somebody's putting in new floors upstairs.
Yeah,
And apparently from the procedures you guys are doing, it's really effective and it really works.
very good. Glad to hear.
With the checking of the specs and checking the underlayments and everything that's going in.
Everything has to be good.
And it works. You put in new flooring upstairs and you can still hear the footfalls, but it's much less than it used to be. The other comment then is, do you do anything similar for windows? And again, I have a problem with the window upstairs. So I'm wondering if that kind of thing is being done, inspection on it and that. Review of specs and who's doing it and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a good point. Well, I have to look at that because basically our reaction is to somebody like you will call in and say, I've got the issue, and that's what Jim goes. And of course, windows, screens, and doors are owner's responsibility.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're right.
And the problem is it's upstairs. It's not, it's the upstairs window. It's not mine.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, and I don't like being in the position of enforcing, telling my neighbor, hey, you need a new window or something like that.
Well, we might have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
we might have to. And you shouldn't have to tell them. That should be us.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
If it creates a problem downstairs.
Yeah, if it creates a problem downstairs, then we can take it up with
Yeah.
the person upstairs.
Believe it or not, we still have some units upstairs that are screened only.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
And we've, matter of fact, been dealing with it. We have an owner that was quite upset with us. The downstairs unit under 144 was getting a tremendous amount of water in. And we'd go upstairs and found where, number one, there was no weep holes up there, or if they were all clogged up and water
Right.
was standing on that upstairs line with the screen. And secondarily, they had a glued down outdoor carpet. And we had to rip it up, and we found cracks in the slab and everything else. So the bottom line is that we fixed it all and rolled up the carpet. I mean, he was mad that we didn't glue it back down type of thing. And of course, we didn't want to do that to start with. So I've talked him into painting it at least. But those kind of things do need to have. And you think you got a problem with a leaky window, wait till you get a unit with a screen
Yeah.
up there. It's really bad.
I'm amazed that they would have built one that way.
Yeah.
Oh,
screen
they all were
on
that
line.
way. Initially,
That's how they are in Jamaica,
yeah.
but they
Yeah.
don't have upstairs. Everything's on one floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did not know that there's places upstairs that have only screens.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know, they must be in the older units.
What's in Pinehurst?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the downstairs units, mine was originally all screen.
We have downstairs units that are screened.
Oh,
too.
yeah, mine was screened.
I have 33 foot of sliding glass doors.
Or
I
did
think
the
if you have
rest-
a courtyard, they were screened, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Back a rear courtyard.
Yeah.
We
Ones with
put glass, we replaced the screens with glass. And that gives us 200 square feet more livable space.
Yep.
And we haven't told the county yet.
How about you?
Maybe we'll forget that.
Yeah, we're getting into dangerous territory here.
Monica told us about the islands and what have you that have just screens. Well,
Yeah.
over in Eleuthera, I had to do some work on a private club over there, one in another life, and all they had was the lift up, like wooden. There was no
Shutter.
screen or anything like that. It was just a lift up thing. And after being there a couple of days, I found out that they had tarantulas, and I thought to myself, I was sleeping in this place with open things. So I asked the owner, I said, how do you put those down to secure it? He said, well, you just lift it out and close it. He says, but it doesn't really matter. These tarantulas are so smart that they just stand up on top of each other, and the guy in the top turns the doorknob and they. So I got out of Eleuthera real quick.
Yeah.
Wow. All
Well,
right.
okay.
Any other comments?
No, but I have a very curious question. I walk out to 34th Street and I come up 34th Street. Now they took a whole lot of trees out right on the corner of Oakview.
Yeah.
And they actually cleaned up because it's a mess. There is a shed back there, a livable shed with people living in those woods right
Wow.
behind Timberlake.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that right?
You can see it.
Lakewood, Lakeside.
Is the, no,
Timberwood's all the way up.
no, what's the very last one? Isn't it Timberlake?
No, Timberlake is all the way up near us.
Oh, so, okay.
The closest one to us.
The very last
Yeah, I know what
one.
you're talking about. Lakeside is the next to last.
They have chairs out. It's a shed, like
I
a
didn't see
storage
that. I saw where they
shed.
took the trees out.
Yeah. So now you can see the shed.
This is behind us in Pinehurst. I took pictures yesterday. I'm going to send it to the city council. If you have no idea the amount of debris up on the corner now by Applebee's up there.
You know what? I heard them yesterday because I was walking almost at dark. I
don't know
go
if you
all
can
the
see
way
this.
up. No, you don't have it on.
Oh.
The picture's not on there.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
gone.
Thank you.
Because I've smelled that stuff too when I walk by, and I was just
Where's the screen?
wondering who to call to clean up. But
Oh,
this
yeah.
is,
yeah. Well, you can't call Misty anymore.
Now,
No, but it's, I'm going to copy the fire marshal also. The only really good response is, as much as Misty tried to help us, the only really good response is when we drove up there one day and it was a smoldering fire. And we called the fire department and they had code enforcement there. They had sheriffs there. I mean, it was amazing what they had there, and they cleaned everything up. Certainly Misty helped us in the beginning, but the fire department was the one. So they're going to get a copy of my letter.
well, if you guys want to look at it, if you take Oakview all the way out and then come up on 34th Street and go slow, you can literally see the
that
shed
shed.
in there.
Well, that's again up to the.
that's not ours.
I know,
No.
but I'm just wondering why the people can't see it from the other side. There's chairs out there, little table, everything.
Well, they probably blocked from the other side.
Who does that belong to?
Wildwood too.
That whole strip all the way to the street belongs, other than the
I
easement?
think so. Other than the easement, it probably
Yeah.
belongs to the county. I don't know.
Unfortunately, the Catrones in 123 original owners for her dad they're selling their unit because of the quote unquote noise of sexual favors having along that strip too.
I didn't know there was noise involved. I
Well,
thought-
apparently there is from their point of view.
Close your windows. Turn your
Yeah,
Oh my
turn the
goodness.
TV up.
yeah.
Well, there was somebody screaming about payment is what it bothered them.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God, I can't believe that we cannot get rid of those people.
Well, John and I have tried.
We've gone through 10 gallons of
Skunk
skunk
spray.
juice. We spray up on the clothes up there.
Next time I go to Michigan, I'll bring one back.
Yeah, at the skunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
okay.
just plant them
Have
there.
our own there.
Yeah.
But they seem to keep coming
You
back.
know, can
I don't
you
know how
put
they-
something on the ground like big stones and rocks that they,
It's not our property.
It's not our property. It's all FPNL
And
and,
the
and
easement.
county.
County.
That's why the county's the really one you have to deal with. And they're really on the county portion. They're not, they leave
They're
some
not on
debris on the
ours.
FPNL, but
Okay.
nothing on ours.
okay.
All right, if we don't have anything else, we're going
Set
to
a date. You
adjourn.
wanna set a date?
Oh, we're gonna set a date.
Yeah, because I
Ah.
have to do a zooming.
That's right, you're gonna be away.
I'm gonna be away sometime late March.
I screwed up here somewhere.
Is that your first time?
How about, when are you gonna be away, Steve? But the annual
I'm-
meeting is the 13th, so
I would do it later than
Let's do it
that.
that week.
You know what, people are gonna be
Thursday,
inundated.
well, you
Really?
know, the grounds committee will meet on the 16th, I can tell you that.
Oh, they are?
We go 17th. Budget committee's
Yeah.
gonna meet on the 20th.
Yeah. We'll do
No, that's,
17.
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
That's this,
You gonna do it on St. Patty's Day?
sure.
Okay,
I'll wear green. 17th,
Okay, 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving that next week.
Okay,
Okay,
So
so
March.
3/17,
Yeah,
10 a.m.
thank you very much.
For anybody's interested, this is a late date that's gonna be posted today, but the budget committee, due to the insurance crisis, will be meeting on the 20th of February. And of course, we're putting out today and tomorrow blast emails encouraging any and all owners to make a strong attempt to either come on Zoom or come to the meeting on Monday, where we're going to be in depth talking about the crisis of the 60% rate increase that the insurance company's given us.
I sent out an email to the board and to you, John, today
Yeah.
with a list of the local politicians and their email addresses.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, great. Thank you.
We wanted to put that in there.
Yeah,
I never thought about that.
And there's a summary of the legislation they passed last fall, but man, it's hard to read.
Well, it's hard to read, but you know, when you really, because I've done it and then I've talked to people about it who probably understand it better than me, that all they're doing is encouraging insurance companies to come down to try to take the relief off the citizens. So that's not really helping us because the citizens rate that we got quoted was over $1 million.
No, and there's just
They're
lots
telling
of,
you be happy at 698,000, you know.
yeah, and there's a State Farm insurance agent in Lakewood Ranch
I just
who
got,
actually gives insurance for $756 a year.
Wow, that's great.
I
Yes.
just got
So,
in the mail yesterday from a company in Tampa about condo
Insurance.
insurance to call us. If we could reduce your rate because they're talking about I don't know that they do units as big as us, probably
But
not.
that's the problem.
It's
There's
I'll bring it to you.
there's only
Private.
2 state-backed companies in this that will take $92 million. That's Heritage, and they declined,
Yeah.
and that's
ACIC.
ACIC, who raised the rates 60%.
you know, that is, you know what?
Wildwood too, I mean, Spring Lakes had theirs raised 100%,
That's
40 to
unbelievable.
80,000, and they have 30.
the ironic thing is that Jim Boyd, our senator, is the head of the insurance committee in the Senate. And he owns an insurance agency here in Bradenton.
Insurance,
Oh.
Boyd and Associates is one of the biggest, longest, oldest ones.
Yeah.
I think he's second generation.
I think you're right, yeah.
I've been dealing with them
Okay,
since the
well,
90s.
we do appreciate that information, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay,
John, I was just talking about that at 9 o'clock this morning. I was saying that in this, we need to put who they can.
yeah, and we want to encourage owners to send emails to. The more voters that send emails to these guys, the better.
Absolutely right. Yep.
Okay.
All right.